Hi guys, this is going to be lesson 32 where we're going to solve division problems using looking at larger divisors. Okay, so larger divisors. Before this, we've just been doing up to like 5 as our divisor. So now we're going to go past that and do 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so our first problem we're going to look at says Menica bought a package of 435 party favors to give to the guests at her birthday party. She calculated that she could give 9 party favors to each guest. How many guests is she expecting? Okay, so one way you could work this is you could break down this number. However, the easiest way to probably do this is by doing long division or your place value chart. So let's work it out using long division because I think that's the fastest way. Okay, so we cannot do 4 divided by 9. So we're going to put a little X up here to make sure we've got that covered. So next we're going to look at 43. So 43 divided by 9. Well, 43 is not a multiple of 9. However, it is close to a multiple of 9. I know 45 is a multiple of 9, but 43 is too low for 5 to work because 9 times 5 would be 45. So 9 divided by 45, or 45 divided by 9 would be 5. However, 43 is less, so that won't work. So we're going to go down 1 to 4. Well, I know 9 times 4 is 36. So that's what I'm going to work with. Okay, because the next number, 9 times 5, is 45, which is too high. So we're going to work with 36. 4 is our magic number. Okay, so 43 divided by 9 is going to be 4. And then to figure out how much is left over, we don't need to subtract to the side. We can do it all in our problem. So 4 times 9, 36. Subtract and see how many 10s we have left over. So we're going to need to regroup. 13 minus 6 is 7. Okay, so we have 7 left, and we know we're good because 7, which would be technically our remainder, is less than our divisor, which is 9. Okay, so then we're going to bring down our 5. Oh my gosh, 75 divided by 9. That's a big number. So one thing I'm going to recommend to help you out is when you are doing problems like this with larger numbers, if you list out all the factors or all of the multiples, technically, using the factors, that will be a great help to you. And you want to just go up to 9 times 9 because we're not going to use 10. 10 won't be in our quotient because we're just going by 1 digit, right? So we're starting 1 digit here, 1 digit here. So we're just going to do all of the 1 digit numbers. So you only have to go up to 9. Okay, so let me write our multiples in a different color. Okay, so we want to see how high we can go looking at our multiples. How high can we go without going over the number we're dividing by? So we're dividing 75. So how high can we get without going over the number 75? Well, we can go all the way up to 72 without going over because 81 is going to go over. So we're going to look at 72 And we know 72 divided by 9 is 8. So 75 divided by 9 is going to be 8 with a remainder, with some left over. Okay, so we're going to do 8. Then we're going to multiply. 9 times 8 is 72. And then we'll get our leftover, which is 3. Okay, so let's multiply out to double check. And the good thing about having this over here is that when you're multiplying, you don't really have to think too hard about what you get when you multiply, say, 9 times 8 or 9 times 4. So 9 times 8, you can look over here on your list of multiples and know 9 times 8 is 72. Then you could do 9 times 4. We can look over here. 9 times 4 is 36. Plus 7 is going to be 83. No, that's wrong. 43. Oh my gosh. Guys, my brain is very tired today. Okay, so 432 here. We have a remainder of 3. So we're going to add that. We got 435. 435. So we are good to go. Okay, let's look at the next question. 4,000 pencils were donated to an elementary school. If 8 classrooms shared the pencils equally, how many pencils did each class receive? Okay, let's do 4,000 divided by 8. This one's a little bit easier, not quite as complicated. Okay, so we know we can't do 4 divided by 8, so we're going to put a little X over there. We're going to look at it as 40. 40 divided by 8. Well, we know 8 times 5 is 40, so 40 divided by 8 is 5. We're going to multiply it out, and we get 40. Subtract and bring down. We have 0. 0 divided by 8 is just 0. Multiply, subtract, bring down. 0 divided by 8, another 0. Multiply, subtract. We have nothing else to bring down. So we have 500 as our quotient. 500 times 8, double checking it. 4,000 here, 4,000 here, 4,000 here. We are good to go. We know we are correct.